She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Hey, over.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 54, Mike, 50. White. Check 99.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Like 20.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Kill, 21. Here we go.
Slam.
One, Omaha.
Watch the whip.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 180.
54 Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Garoppolo on first down. This one complete to Coleman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, wahoo!
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. That's caught. It's Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Hey, alert!
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
12.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm going to run you up.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On first and 10, Cousins Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here. Hey, watch that.
On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Alert, flare, alert, flare, flare.
Hey, alert, alert, alert. Six.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Breida, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
So that'll back him up 5.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15. At the 25-yard line.
Hatchet.
Under 12, fellas. Here we go.
Under coach.
On second down now. It's Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big chunk of yardage there. 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school and one of my offensive...
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Coming to you.
Hey, gun.
Mike's 5-4. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go, here we go. 80!
54 Mike.
21.
Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, here's Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Like 20!
Watch the ship.
Black!
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. On second and goal, Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. But now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
11.
Check 4. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Lock.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
Check three.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
382, last 50.
51 to Mike. Are you getting ahead? Are you getting ahead? Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Good route here.
First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
218, chop.
Cousins on first down. And his throw is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, it's Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Cousins. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Cousins. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Cousins now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 51 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
General West.
Deuce. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check. Hey, alert.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the run. They're running it.
White.
55's my guy.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Coleman. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 55.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
21.
From the 36, Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Garoppolo now. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Twist. Back.
11.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
2nd and 10 at the Vikings 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none of it. Get it. Pick up the ball. Mike 5-4.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Again, it's Cook. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 65 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point try by Bailey. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here we go.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
57. Mike.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur
Here we go.
once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity